Mr. President, it is with regret that my government has found it necessary to bring to the attention of this Assembly an unsolved problem remaining as a legacy of our struggle for independence achieved in 1945. In spite of agreements reached with the Netherlands in 1949 concerning further negotiations to determine the political status of West Irian, and repeated efforts on the part of Indonesia to enter into such negotiations, the last time at the recent conference in The Hague, where the unworkable union between Indonesia and the Netherlands was dissolved, this integral part of Indonesia, West Irian, still remains in dispute. We were therefore heartened by the Assembly's decision to place this item on the agenda, and highly appreciative of the unstinting support given to us by so many delegations. We cannot understand why the Australian delegation is so concerned, even violent, over this matter. We recognize that as the administering authority of East Irian, Australia has a natural and understandable interest in what happens in a contiguous territory, but the intensity of the Australian delegates' reaction on this question seemed to us disproportionately great. Our only desire is to live in peace as good neighbors with Australia and with the other states nearby in a friendly community of nations. Surely, this must be clear to the government of Australia. We were still more surprised to hear the distinguished representative of Australia raise before this Assembly the rather worn argument that Irian cannot rightfully constitute a part of the Republic of Indonesia because of an alleged difference in ethnic and racial origins between the Irianese and the rest of the Indonesian people. As I stand here, Mr. President, before the representative of 59 other member nations, I cannot help wondering which, if any delegation, including the Netherlands and Australian, represent a nation whose citizenry is solely and exclusively descended from a single racial or ethnic group. Mr. President, fellow delegates, in the few years since the birth of this organization, there has been a steady growth in international activities, both voluntary and governmental, which have enlightened people around the world. For our part, we wish to express our deep appreciation for the tremendous work done in Indonesia by the various agencies of the United Nations, or bodies of the United Nations, such as UNICEF, UNESCO, WHO, UNTAMI, ICO, and others. In spite of the serious conflict in political ideologies, which has had at times a disproportionate effect upon our deliberations, there has developed a very large reservoir of goodwill and sympathetic understanding of the varying concepts which shape the life of individuals and nations throughout the world.